Hey folks, welcome to Black Gumbo Southern Gardening. We've had a disaster behind me. Let's go look at it. There goes the corn. Thunderstorm with heavy winds. This is the kind of day you wish you had your water collection system set up. Free water though. Hopefully there's something to water left behind after this storm passes through. Yesterday we had a big thunderstorm come through and it had about 40-mile-an-hour winds and it flattened some of my corn. And so I'm not sure what to do with it just yet. I don't know if I'm going to leave it there and wait and see if some of it's going to grow and see which stalks are still alive. Because I've read if it's bent down, it'll still grow and I can prop it up. But if it's snapped, and some of them have, then they're goners. So what do you think? The storm came through last night and literally snapped some of this corn, it looks like. Some of it's just leaning. What do you do in a circumstance like this? Do you pull it all up and stand it up and put a rope around it to hold it together? You can see here the damage is pretty great. I can't even walk through my pathway here between my fig deck and my corn. But the corn seems to be still alive, at least most of it. So, yeah, snapped right there where this ear's coming in. Some still standing, but most of this is likely to be snapped. Just bent over there. There's an ear of corn. Maybe I'll leave it here and see what happens. It's kind of unsightly, but you know, I'm not ready to get out here in this heat and work. So if I just leave this corn here, it'll continue to do its job. But yeah, that's not a pretty sight, is it? You don't want your garden to look like this, folks, but sometimes it does. And that's okay. It's gardening. You can see that the pepper plants got a thrashing and gored themselves out a hole. Part of my plant snapped off. That's sad. That was a good pepper. I have been harvesting some peppers from the garden. These are ancho peppers. Actually, they're poblanos until you dry them and smoke them. Then they become ancho peppers. And poblano peppers are one of my favorite peppers. It's a sweet pepper, but sometimes they surprise you with a little heat. And these have a lot of uses. They are very useful. These are supposed to be gold bell peppers, but they've actually turned out to be maroon. And they're very tasty, but they don't look very gold to me, huh? Got my cayenne peppers. I've been drying a lot of these. These are the chili peppers that are a serrano type, and these are not serranos according to the cultivar. They're garden salsa peppers, but they're just a variety of serrano pepper, and they're pretty good too. I've dried a lot of these as well. Jalapenos, of course. You can make chipotle peppers with these if you dry them. You smoke them first and then dry them, and they make good chipotle peppers. They also make good stuffed jalapeno poppers. And yeah, so lots of peppers coming in. The peppers are growing like crazy, and I've been harvesting a lot of them. Very healthy looking peppers. That's a big jalapeno. When they're dried, the garden salsa pepper looks like this. And again, it's a serrano style pepper, so it can be used as a chili pepper to make chili powder. You can use it just to grind it up and make a cayenne pepper style powder or spice to add to things. That's what I plan to do with these. My cayenne peppers, I've only had a few of them come in earlier this week, and I've dried them. And you can grind them up, take the seeds out. I like to take the seeds out. You can grind them up and make a cayenne pepper. These are waiting for a bigger batch to come in and join them in the bag, and once I've got enough, I'll put them through the grinder and make a powder out of them. Yeah, I like cayenne pepper. It's a good pepper. This corn was planted as a remediation crop. This corn was designed to bring out Aminopyralid herbicides that are in my garden. I imported those in the spring in hay, and that herbicide wrecked my garden. This is a corn that is a monocot, which brings up all the herbicide and stores it in this corn. And so this ornamental corn here, I was hoping to get some ornamental corn, but even if I don't, this corn has done its job. So if I have to pull it out, hey, I have to pull it out, that's fine. But what I had planted in the corn was some Blauhilde beans. They're a blue bean, and they were a bean crop, which was a dicot, which was a what do they call a bioassay crop. And that corn was designed to show me if my Aminopyralid herbicide was still in my soil, and that crop came up just fine. And so down in all that wrecked corn is a bean crop that is healthy and thriving, and so I don't have Aminopyralids anymore. They have all either washed away or been taken up by the corn. Whatever happened, this method of bringing up the herbicide and storing it in the corn has been, as far as I can tell, it's been helpful. So I will take this corn out at some point, and I will use it as just mulch for my pathways, but I won't put it in my compost because that Aminopyralid is very persistent, and it will stick around 1 or 2 years and still be a problem. So yeah, we'll have some updates as the summer rolls on. It's now technically the hottest days. We got 2 more months of really bad heat, August and September, hurricane season, 100-degree weather, high humidity, not much grows. And so the only thing I'm going to actively grow is cowpeas, and I will nurse my summer crops along, like my eggplant and my okra, and I will try to nurse the figs along. But until the fall temperatures start to drop, we're not really going to have a lot of progress here in the garden. I will put cowpeas in if I have to pull up that corn. Cowpeas will grow just fine and be a good cover crop and provide good food. Yeah, for now though, the videos, again, like I've said, are gonna drop off to about 1 a week until we get our seeds started for the fall garden, which will be in about a month. We're gonna start seeds. I'll show you how we do it. So I'm gonna also probably have a taste test of my okra and see which okra has performed the best, the fish fertilizer okra or the fetid fertilizer okra. Currently, I can't tell the difference, and I don't think I'll be able to when I taste them. I've already been eating it, but I'm going to do kind of an official taste test with just the okra and see which one seems better. Again, I don't think either one will be better than the other. But thank you for joining us. Please like us on Facebook, on Instagram, follow us there, and we'll talk to you next time. Bye-bye.